Welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365.com, the pit podcast. That's all right. We're live. I don't care. I'm Jared.
Hi, I'm Terry.
Today we have a fun interview, but we're gonna watch this really quick clip and we'll get to it. All right. All right. Let's introduce. We're doing a kind of a Megatron episode today. We've got the Haunt Informer and Fall Ritual with us. Say hello, boys.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, so I'm just going to jump into questions, and we'll see where we go from there.
All right.
So for you guys, separately, what year are you going into for the channel?
What do you think, Glenn?
This would be my fourth year. I started in 2018.
Okay,
I started in 2017, so it's 5 years for me.
gotcha. Very cool.
Nice. What are some cool things you were able to get done on the channel in this long off season?
You want to go first, Glenn?
Well, for me and the stuff I do with John there with the
Yes.
Fall Informer stuff. So a lot of cool interviews we've been doing.
Yes.
So that's pretty much it. We did a lot of good interviews this off season.
Yes, we did. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I also got to go to the Trans World Haunt Show, and that was awesome. I did a ton of interviews there, and I also went to Midwest Haunts Convention and did a ton of interviews there. So I had a very productive off season.
Yeah, I watched all
John's
of them.
already been to 8.
I know.
It's August. John's already hit 8 haunts already.
I know.
Hey, I'm a haunt addict. It's a sign right there.
Nah, man, that's awesome. I watched every one of them. I love Trans World. I can't wait to go one year.
Yeah, that's excellent.
All right,
Did you guys do any off-season stuff? Any off-season haunts?
I went to Brighton and Field, but other than that, no.
Okay.
All right. We did the whole Terror Labs thing. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to get to that place.
Definitely. Hopefully they're open this year.
Yeah, hopefully. They got to find a new location.
Ooh, that's brutal.
Huh.
But hopefully they could do a quick in and out. I mean, probably happened before. All right, so basically, we're going to look at 2022. But first, I'm going to look back at 2021 real quick.
All right.
What was your biggest surprise haunt in 2021? One that maybe you weren't expecting a lot out of, but were surprised? Maybe a new one you got to last year that you didn't before? Something like that. What was your biggest surprise?
So I got to go to a ton of haunts last year, and one that I wasn't sure about, but I heard a lot of really nice things about over the years. They actually changed locations in Pittsburgh, was the Scare House, and that's actually inside of a mall, Pittsburgh Mills Mall, and I was thoroughly impressed by it. Excellent set design, and I got to do a behind the scenes tour and an interview with the owner before it opened and see the actor area, and that was awesome. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that.
Very cool.
What about you, Gun?
The biggest surprise, because I didn't know what to expect, was that little one called the Haunt PA. I even forget where that is now, but that was a far drive. That was like a little haunt on like a fire company put together, and that place was unbelievable. So those small ones are always like ones that like always surprise me, or just you never know what you're walking into, and when they're good, it's like wow, But I thought Lehigh Valley Screen Park did a great job bouncing back from their devastating fire and putting on a good show.
Very cool. It looks like a friend of the show is actually going to work as a scare actor there this year. So I'm excited to see him out there. Be a good time. What was your biggest surprise from 2021?
The only one is the Legend of the Fog. I just wasn't impressed with that.
I gotcha.
But other than that, like I loved all of them.
Well, I mean, it's not about
any-
negative. It's
right.
what was positive.
I liked all of them. I don't have a favorite.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to call you guys out right now because you guys don't really rate haunts, and I understand.
Mhm.
But what were your 3 favorite haunts from 2021?
Want to start this out, Glenn, or do you want me to do it?
Go
Because
ahead.
I actually printed out the questions he sent us. I made notes, so I'm planned. It's not just off the top of my head. I would say my top 3 would be Reaper's Revenge in Scranton. We all agree that place is excellent. Sir Henry's Haunted Trail. I was so happy I got to go there last year. It's down in Florida. Really, really good theming. One of the most unique ends to a trail I've ever seen. Not going to ruin it for you. You have to look for it on YouTube. You'll find it. You're not going to hear it from me. It was really well done. Let's just say it was Jaws themed like. Let's just hold it like that.
Nice.
And also Frightland. I really enjoyed Frightland.
Okay.
So
Frightland hits the top 3.
Yes.
Very cool.
For me, I don't know. Like, I always feel like Reapers is, it's everyone's favorite. It's like, it's like, do you really say the Beatles are your favorite band? It's like it's just assumed, right? That everyone loves it. They're like Reapers is like the Beatles of, the haunt industry.
Yeah.
So it's obviously Reapers was up there, but like not counting them, it was. I always love going to Terror Labs. Lehigh Valley Scream Park, what they did last year was incredible. And I might go with John with Frightland. I love the whole vibe they got going on there, and the whole 8 attractions, the whole midway with the carnival stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm going late this year on purpose.
yeah, so you can get to the carnival stuff because
Yeah.
they missed it last year.
I did. We went opening night. It's just the way stuff worked out, and it was half empty of all the carnival stuff, and it just didn't feel like Frightland. I mean, I love what they did with the haunts. The zombie prisons turned out to be pretty awesome with what we saw. So I can't
Yes.
wait to see what they do to it this year. So what's your 3 from last year, dear?
Of course. Reapers,
Okay.
Field of Screams,
Okay.
and Brighton.
Yep. That's me too. Probably why we're married. All right.
Go back to your other question about
Sure.
what shocked you from last year. Valley of Fear for me, I would have to throw in there because when I went 11 years ago, it did not impress me at all. And then when I went back last year, I was like, wow, they really changed a lot, and I really enjoyed it last year.
Yeah, we the hayride really stuck out to me, and Miles Manor, the facade and the funeral actor, phenomenal job. And then Willie's Shipwreck Cove. It's a pirate theme. I'm like, yeah, whatever, but I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, that trail is really cool.
Yeah. I actually just talked to 2 of the supervisors. They'll be on next week.
Nice.
Any disappointments from 2021? I mean, it doesn't have to be a haunt that you're disappointed in or something you couldn't make that you wanted to. Certain things like that.
Well, I didn't really have any disappointments for any haunts. I liked everyone I went to, but I'd say my biggest disappointment of the year is blaming it on Mother Nature. I got rained out and I couldn't go to Bloodshed Farms. That stunk. But other than that, that's Mother Nature. No haunt was bad to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this year we're going to have a perfect season.
Yep, perfect
There's
season.
No,
No
rain.
Sure.
Yeah.
Every day is going to be like today.
We have
Yeah, sure.
we have
sure.
34 planned, and I have it written out as much as we can, but I've already moved shit around, so
Yeah.
So you guys watching any video you see of our schedule is really just me practicing how to make videos and an idea of when we're trying to reach your home. So any disappointments from you, dear?
Nothing.
I just think, I don't know, I would have made my biggest disappointment was I would like to make it to a few more. So that's
Yeah.
probably why we're going crazy this year.
I was going to say we're making up for it this year.
Yeah. So that would be mine. All right. So we're done with the past.
Let's jump into 2022.
So I'm sure you guys already have a feeling, if not a schedule, of where you want to go. What haunts are you most excited about visiting in this new season?
You can go ahead, Glenn, if you want to.
For me, it's going to be Kim's Crypt. I've never been there, so this will be my first year of going to Kim's Crypt. And I believe that's going to be my kickoff to the season. So that's
Yes.
going to be really fun. I'm looking forward to going back to Bloodshed. I know they're doing the drive-through again, but I hear they expanded it some more. So I always love going out to Bloodshed and seeing what's going on out there. And of course, if Paralabs can get a location, and if they can get a bigger location, I would love to see what they've got going on.
Very cool.
Yes, and I'm gonna go back to Phil Screams this year. I can't wait to see the 30th anniversary changes. It's gonna be exciting. I actually didn't go to Phil Screams last year, so I'm excited to see it. I did see it for halfway to Halloween this year, but I'm excited to see everything finished there. And I want to go to Kim's Crypt. They have all kinds of interesting changes happening this year. We actually talked to Kim Yates on an interview. She told us a ton of things they're doing. They're changing the trail, changing the House of Eyes, and they're changing the midway and making it bigger and adding a stage. So that's very exciting. I can't wait for that. And let's see what else. Let's see. Oh yes, I definitely want to. Let's see. I made notes about this. I'm
That's
sorry.
fine.
Sorry, live people.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, and I really want to go to Lehigh Valley Screen Park.
Yeah,
I've never been there, and I've heard excellent things about it. So,
very cool.
Are you doing Hotel of Horror this year, John?
oh yeah, definitely. There's no way I'm missing that.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
What are you excited for 2022?
Well, the one thing that I guess is haunt related, but it's not. We are going to Salem. And
Nice.
I am excited to go to a lot of these new haunts. Kim's.
Yeah, we have
We've never been there.
quite a few new ones coming up.
301 Devil's Play. Was it Devil's
301,
Playground?
301 is good.
All right,
301
good.
Yeah,
I was very
Glenn's been to
impressed. I
that
was there
one.
2 years ago. Yeah, 301 is good. You're gonna like that place.
Very cool.
But you guys are going to Haunted Overload, so it's like
Yeah.
Yes.
I
How are you
know.
going to compare that to everything else?
I know. It's so funny.
We are hitting so many that we've never done before. So
Yeah.
this is going to be exciting.
Yeah, for us, our new ones are Kim's Crypt. I don't know why I haven't been there. We're heading over to Penhurst for the first time in 7 years.
Wow, it's changed a lot.
I'm looking forward to it.
The Scream Park.
No, we're not going.
Or
to
no.
heading to Headless Horseman
Yes.
is one. I think I'm more excited about that than Salem. I mean, there's like 9 or 10 attractions. I'm just drawing a blank. The Lincoln Mill Haunt, I'm looking forward to seeing what they got. I'm interested to really get back to Night of Terror. I can't wait for that because I'm hearing about certain things going on. Going back to Shocktoberfest for the first time in 6 years. So, like, we have a lot of new and a lot of we haven't been there in a while. So it's be an exciting year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With no rain.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully.
So you guys mentioned some new haunts for you. Are there any
Yes.
more you want to talk about?
So let's see. You can go ahead, Glenn. Let me look at my notes here.
As of right now, the newest one for me is going to be Kim's. I'm not sure what other new ones I'm going to throw in there. I still haven't done like my schedule or anything like that. So I always try and get to at least 2 or 3 new ones this season. So, but I know for 100% Kim's is official, and that's going to be a new one for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get out to Hotel of Horror this year. I've never been there. That'd be very exciting for me. And of course, Lehigh Valley State Park. And there's a possible plan. We're not going to say it out loud here, but it's possible if you pay attention to the phone for me. You might know what I'm talking about. Possible plans that Glenn and I might do. And if we do that, that'll be amazing. Those will both be 2 new haunts, both of
Oh,
us
very
have
cool.
to. So see what that happens.
Yeah, we're definitely going the Hotel of Horror. I have Waldorf Estate of Fear on there too, because I'm gonna try and couple that with another haunt. I think so that I don't have that scheduled, and then the 2 haunts in Salem,
Mhm.
which is
Which I don't know.
which is mansion or something, and
Something
then
like that.
the International House of Monsters or something. We'll see. It'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So for the YouTube channels respective, are you guys planning anything different for the channels this season? Any new ideas or anything?
All right, so I'm gonna keep on pressing on and doing as much as I can. I'm gonna be going to Halloween stores to mix it up. Gonna go to Halloween stores. I'm gonna do more discussions about haunted attractions, and I'm gonna try to do more interviews. So just gonna try to push to do as much as I can because I love this time of year.
Yeah, very cool.
Nothing changing with me. I'm going to do my normal reviews. Maybe try and do a little more like Instagram live stuff at haunts.
Okay.
Try and do stuff like that. But
Yeah, it'd be
for the
fun.
channel, nah, pretty much going to be my standard. Go to haunt, review it, stuff like that.
Very
Yeah, I
cool.
might do more live streams this year. I might.
I gotta try. I just always forget when I'm there. Because I'm so excited. Like take media night at Field of Screams. You're just waiting to get in the like Frightmare. Like, come on.
Yes.
uh, all right. So we heard a little bit about Glenn's haunt ritual.
Yes.
I'll have him talk about that again and see if John, if you have a ritual for the night of a haunt.
Now, see, his is very interesting, and he has his like own mixtape and everything. I listened to that video. I know about it. And he eats like pumpkin donuts and all that stuff. I'm really boring compared to that. I normally, if I'm close to a Wawa, I always go to that. And with Phil Screams, I always go to Rutter's. But I normally eat ahead of time. I'm normally not the person that eats at haunts, but I'm going to try to eat at haunts this year. It's something I'm going to try to be
Mhm.
different this year for me because push myself to do that because I don't normally.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to do that this year. So yeah.
Yeah, we're a lot alike because I'm already fed, ready to get in that line, ready to attack.
I think the only one we've eaten and it was fried Oreos was Bloodshed.
Yeah, when Bloodshed had the thoroughfare.
Yeah, and I'm the
Had
polar
donuts
opposite.
at Bates?
What?
You guys haven't had the donuts at Bates?
They're always out by the when I get there.
No,
Oh, you got.
Man, the
wait.
donuts at Bates are amazing.
that's
I
what
waited
everybody
25
says.
minutes one time.
How many?
25 minutes I waited for donuts.
Oh my gosh.
See, I just went up and they had them, but
Oh yeah.
my ritual is kind of different than Glenn's because normally when I go to haunts, I just have my GPS telling me where to go if I haven't been there before,
Yeah.
and I don't listen to music during it. So it's like the polar opposite of Glenn, where he's listening to music. I'm like hyper focused to know where I'm going,
Oh wow.
and it's like silence, and then I go into aggressiveness of everything with the haunts.
Yeah.
So
Ours is gonna change a little bit this year because I'm kind of stealing Glenn's because I've been working on a. You need to
Sorry.
take a cough drop. You and the hack in the last 3 days.
Oh,
But
COVID.
I've been working on a 60 song playlist, all from horror movies.
Yes.
So it'll be enough to get us up to Overload and back, and
Yeah,
then throughout the
nice.
season, throw it on a loop, something different.
Yeah.
I'll probably be listening to old episodes of the podcast and laughing at them. Glenn, you adding anything to yours or no?
No, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I do the mixtapes. I get my, donuts when I can and go out there and yeah, like I don't know, like when I get to a haunt, I'm just like so excited to be there. I don't even think about getting food or like I
I
don't want to
know.
like eat something before going in and I'm like standing in line and like, get sick or something or
Yeah, yeah, and I never even thought about it till actually Grin brought it up to me. He's like, "You need to talk about the food there." Like, but I don't eat when I'm there. He's like, "Well, start eating while you're there and talk about the food there." I'm like, "All right." All right, so What's your favorite part about visiting a haunted attraction?
You want to start this out, Glenn?
Sure. It's the atmosphere. It's a 100% for me. It's the atmosphere. When I get to a haunt, when I get in like the midway, I just want to be surrounded by it. By music, by like if there's actors roaming around. Just being like immersed in this whole atmosphere of what they got going on.
Totally. And I'd say I really enjoy the atmosphere, just like Glenn just said. But to piggyback off of that, I really love the actual experience of going through the haunts. And especially if there's more than one, I like being able to be like, that was amazing. Let's see if the next one can top that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that I always like that. And even sometimes they're just the same amount of good. Like at Reaper's Revenge, you can't choose where you're going. You're just going into the next one. So I always find that interesting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there's nothing like you get like a nice fall night with like a little breeze and like you're sitting on the hayride and you're just getting pulled through and you feel like that nice fall breeze. Like that's
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For me, it's the atmosphere, like Glenn said, that's important. Like my favorite setup out of all these haunted attractions are ones like Field of Screams, where you can pick and choose where you want to go first. Because then you could stop, you can relax, you could have a drink, grab a snack, use the bathroom. I mean, I understand why you're forced from certain places into haunt, and that's fine. I'm still in haunted attractions. I'm still happy, but I like to be able to take a breather, think about what I just saw. But since we do this, I like to write stuff down, and
Yes.
then see, and then because I'll be straight up with you, I get Den of Darkness of Frightmare Asylum completely screwed up because I'm so excited I didn't write anything down, and I hop into the next one because it's not even dark out before the hayride opens. But I like the separation of field. The stage is cool. Movies are cool. Like I know Frightland does that, but Frightland it's one after the other, after the other, after the other. And I'm not putting them down. It's the way to do it because it helps your input output. But I like that little break.
Yeah.
Like you catch your breath, have a drink, use the potty, talk to some of the line actors.
Yes.
So for me, that I love Field of Screams layout and how Bloodshed Farms used to be before
Also,
thing.
if you're there with like an annoying group, you can at least like get rid of
Yes.
Yes.
you're not stuck with them as going through like haunt to haunt to haunt.
Yep, that's a good
Something
point.
that's nice about Reapers is after their hayride ends, there kind of is a break.
Yep.
You can go to the bathroom. You can decide, do I want to do sector, pitch black? Because some people get so scared they don't even go in pitch black.
I
They just
know.
like,
Yeah.
nope.
I
You
don't
go
like
in,
it, but I go in. I don't like
as
it.
soon as the train stops, she's like, "Shit." That's one that gets her. It's so funny.
But I do it.
There you go. Very proud
Yeah,
of you.
Glenn definitely agrees with me. It's an experience.
It is.
It is.
I
We,
was late today. He didn't know where he was going. He had to take his glasses off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. They're like, you got to take your glasses off, and you're not going to see anything anyway, so don't bother. I'm like, all right. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that as soon as that train stops, as soon as that hayride stops right there, this one's like, shit. She gets all sweaty and clammy. So funny.
Yeah.
So, what's your least favorite type of attraction?
Least favorite?
Yeah.
You want to go with the first, Glenn, or do you want me to go first?
Wow. Wait a minute. Least favorite. So you're calling us out even more than ranking them with least favorite.
Well, it doesn't mean you don't like it. It's just, everyone's got their favorite type, and, all right,
Like a
cool.
So wait,
trail.
are you talking like, oh, I don't like going through like a certain house, or like you're talking about like a theme?
Like a theme. Like, you can do a theme. I was thinking hayride, house, trail, that type deal. But
Oh,
if a theme works, that works too, because some of them do get a little repetitive.
because I could tell you right now, I could do without like the like hillbilly junkyard.
I was just going to say that. I was so going to say that.
Yes, I agree.
Like I don't think there's any. What's the point of it? What's the like? because it's an easy set, I guess. I would just get a whole bunch of abandoned cars and just throw them in a set.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but that I would have to say is probably my least favorite. It's just like the hillbilly junkyard type thing.
I've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I agree.
The only one I really liked was Reapers. And I think only because they were playing Rob Zombie through that scene in the or was it the hayride? Yeah, it was the hayride.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd agree with the hillbilly thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think it's fun, like a comic relief,
Yeah.
especially with Field Screams.
Oh yeah.
It's not scary at all, but it's fun. But I would have to say I love Pitch Black. It's easily my favorite dark maze style haunt. But if you just have a dark area, nothing's really happening. I'm could do without that.
I completely agree with you too. Sometimes, like, I'm okay if there's one in the place when you have
Yes.
other attractions. That's fine. But if you remember, a certain place had two
Mhm,
until they changed over.
mhm.
Now I'm cool with the one. But I remember one of the amusement parks had three.
Oh
I'm like,
wow,
this is
Yeah.
just a cop out. You didn't want to build a house. Like, that's what
It's
happened
easier to make it.
here. Yeah.
There's less stuff you have to put in it.
Oh, so there was one dark maze that had half a thing and half dark. The other one,
Yeah.
one was completely dark, and then one you had to hold a rope through that was completely dark. It was just
Well, the
like,
rope thing's kind of unique.
it is.
Yeah.
And that was cool, but you had three out of 6 were dark mazes. It was just like, come on, guys.
Wow, half of them.
Can I throw something else in there? It doesn't bother me so much, but I know people who don't like it. One of them being my girlfriend. Crawling.
Crawling?
I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I can see
Yeah.
why people don't like it. Like, what's really the point
Yeah.
of crawling to a next scene?
Uh-huh.
Especially
getting
when
your-
it doesn't call for it.
You're getting your workout.
Especially when it's a little warm outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I
But
always
it
hope
doesn't
for,
bother me so much, but
No,
I
it doesn't bother me.
it does bother
yeah.
people.
I actually kind of like that. I like the obstacles. Like when you go through haunt, it feels like an obstacle course, and you have to
Yeah.
like go over things and go sideways, and I love that.
Yeah, I walk out of those wanting to sweat.
I like to see more interactive. I want to see like more slides. I want to see more like
Yes.
Something like that.
Like the
Something-
tumble bridges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are cool. Especially when you can't tell it's one of those. Like when you walk on and feel it wobble, you know it's coming. But I've been on some where it's sturdy and then it still throws you. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Favorite type of attraction. What's your favorite scene? Like what gets it out of you guys?
Favorite scene. Well, I'd have to say favorite scene slash effect I really love is when they mess with the floor and when it's moving platforms or the whole floor is shaking or it's tilting. And I love that. Or a bridge that moves entirely and you can like make it worse for people behind you. I love doing that. I absolutely do that. I'll admit it right here. I do that on purpose. If I know there's a shaking bridge and there's people behind me, I'm going to shake it to scare them. I'm type 100%. Right, it makes it more enjoyable for me.
I love it. Speaking of
That's great.
floors, have you been the 13th hour yet?
No, I haven't. I've been
No.
to Brighton. They have a lot of bridges.
They do. I'll send you a message. I won't give it up over here, but
Okay.
it's sick.
I love the tilt floors too. At 13th floor Chicago, they had the most extreme tilt floor I've ever been on.
Oh
You
wow.
like pretty much walk straight up, pretty much, and it's like this sideways church. It's really demented and creepy. And there's like
Oh wow.
how in Insidious Chapter 2, there's like the drape characters.
Mhm.
There's like drape characters in there, and it's like dimly lit.
Oh
And
wow.
it was awesome.
That's awesome. I got
It was really cool. And it was just that feeling of inertia, like the gravity of pulling you down. It was crazy.
that's dope. What about you, Glenn? What do you got?
Yeah.
For me, anything pumpkin related.
He sounds like me.
Anything that resembles the Halloween. anything that like pumpkin scarecrows, that scene on the hayride at Reapers with the whole like Pumpkin Alley, anything like that. I know there's like a scene down at Bennett's Curse that's like a huge pumpkin area. Anything like that, it'll just blow me away. I'm like, this is awesome.
Very cool.
I want more Halloween themed stuff in haunts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's yours?
Oh, I agree with them. Like the pumpkins.
You don't have your own opinion on what your
Yeah.
favorite thing is?
My favorite. I do like the. Shut up. I hate you. I do like the hay rides. That's
Hay rides? You're a
my
hay rides
favorite.
girl.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about the manors, the houses. They're always going to be my favorite because it's just, I don't know, it's just something I've always loved, like a Dahlia Manor, Frightmare Asylum, Den of Darkness, Miles Manor. I could keep going on. Those are my favorite. I love the walkthroughs because everything's close to you. You can check out the details. Can't, it's just, sure, it's a little hot in the early seasons, but for me, it's always the house.
Are we talking about the difference? We were talking about like what we liked. Are we also talking about the types of houses?
We
Like,
can, yeah.
okay, because I love trails. Like recently, I think all of us would agree trails have definitely stepped it up.
Yes.
lately.
Oh yeah.
Without a
They've been a
doubt.
lot better.
Without a doubt. I trails were probably my least favorite until the changes to Nocturnal,
Okay.
the Shipwreck Cove at Valley of Fear, and what Bloodshed did in their final year.
Hmm.
That was a cool ass trail.
That was cool trail.
And the base trail is one of the base trail
yeah.
is there.
Honestly, I've only started liking that in the last couple of years. I was kind of bored
Yep.
of it before. But yeah, the build up was very good.
But if you were talking about now going like the houses, the house at Sleepy Hollow was one of the best I've walked through the last time I was there.
Okay.
Just because it wasn't like crazy done with actors, it was more like messing with your mind, more illusion stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Very
I'd like
cool.
that.
Yeah, that is cool. Kind of like the thing at the end of Valley of Fears, Willie's Shipwreck Cove now.
No, I've never been to Disney, but a lot of people who walked through Sleepy Hollow they said the house reminded them of like a haunted mansion.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Very cool.
Very like, things are moving and it's like messes with your mind, and they split you up and they put you in like this like grandfather clock, and like you come out with
cool.
That is
Sounds
cool.
Awesome.
yeah. It's
Nice.
very like it looks very like a Universal, like an old like Universal movie type thing. There's like this guy like playing like an organ there and everything. Looks like a Phantom of the Opera type thing. It's really cool.
So it was like hitchhiking ghosts appearing and disappearing.
No, not like that. But they do have some really, really cool effects, and they do like you have to write your name on a card before you go in, and like they'll use your name throughout the
Oh, that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
throughout the house. Yeah.
That sounds really unique.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's different.
Like interaction.
So, what changes have you guys heard that you're dying to see and where? You don't have to say the change if you don't want, but because we all hear stuff all year long about, oh, we did this, we did that, we did this. What's the most exciting one to you?
Well, one that I'm going to talk about because it's public. Everybody knows about it now because it was on Facebook. But Reaper's got a pumpkin monster with grabbing hands for Pumpkin Hill. And I'm very excited for that. That looks really cool. And they're doing some green screen work. So I'm not going to ruin where that's going to be, but they're doing some green screen work for some new scenes. So that's exciting. So definitely for that. And the new changes at Field of Screams, like the new scene for Halfway to Halloween, the clown room was gutted. And they didn't change it because they didn't want to rush it. They wanted to have it fully done.
Yeah.
So it was just a light dim on and off, but they're going to have it fully decked out this fall. And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything for you, Glenn?
Like I said, I know Bloodshed is kind of expanding their drive-through.
Yes.
Very curious to see that. Again, hopefully Terror Labs can get to a place and they get something bigger and better, but I haven't heard anything official. So, to see what the season has to bring.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see, even though this is old news to you guys, I haven't been to Bates since 2019. So the Bates Motel is going to be like, Bates Motel is going to be like brand new to me.
It
So I'm
is.
Yes.
very excited.
And honestly,
Yes.
it was for the win too. Like they
Okay.
killed it. It was fantastic. Like I walked out
And he
and I
wanted to
was
go
pissed
back
because
in.
I just wanted to go right back in.
It feels more like a motel now. Is there like an elevator and stuff now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Nice.
It
Nice.
was really cool. They're missing one effect that I really loved in the past, that levitating girl in the chair.
Oh, they
That,
took that
Oh,
that
out.
was
yeah.
always my
Oh,
favorite.
man.
I don't know if they took it out or it just wasn't working that night, but I didn't see
Oh,
it.
okay, okay. All right.
I think she was there. She just wasn't
Yeah,
working.
I don't know.
Because I've been in that room before where sometimes it comes down and then she jumps out of it and follows people.
Yeah.
So
I was just, my earliest remembrance of Bates was her going up in that chair. Like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. What changes have you heard of that you're excited about?
I would have to say Field of Screams.
Yeah, Field of Screams, they advertised the light show.
yes, that
Yes.
sounds interesting.
Very interested in what that means and where that's going to be.
He said he was going big for.
Yeah, he said he was going big. I know Night of Terror worked on a couple things that I'm excited to see. I had a lot of fun at Night of Terror last year.
Yeah,
It was
did.
one that was kind of maybe getting a little stale over the years for us, so we skipped a couple years. So we went back the year before last and last year, and it just keeps getting better. So I'm kind of excited to get back to Night of Terror.
I went for the first time in 2020 with Glenn. That was actually the first time we ever went to together. We met each other, and that was a ton of fun. I had so much fun there, especially at the playground.
Oh yeah,
Playground's
yeah.
excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the sand. You actually feel like you're walking through a sandbox.
Yes.
Excellent.
Was the foam machine working for you guys?
We walked through foam at the end of the trail.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
wasn't any
Yes.
foam coming down during
Ah,
the
yeah.
2016.
I always miss the foam. I don't know if you guys remember the one I always remember from Night of Terror was the ice one, like frozen
Oh,
tundra.
Yeah. I
I
forget
only
what it's
my
called.
first time ever was 2020, so I never saw it.
It was
Oh,
it was like a fence maze,
Oh, yeah.
completely flooded with fog. So like it was
Okay.
kind of like a dark maze, but completely white. You couldn't see shit.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
It was a complete whiteout. It was really cool.
But you guys remember that awful corn maze they had, though.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, they wouldn't let you out either. They wouldn't help you.
No.
They would never help you. I'm like, dude, all right, I want to go eat. Can you tell me how to get the hell out of here?
Then it'll get so congested because no one could figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It just became like not fun. That was like the least fun I ever had at
Yep.
a haunt.
Yep.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, and because you end up following this idiot, because this idiot doesn't know what they're doing, and so like you end up trying to look for stuff you recognize up here. And I remember I could
Okay.
always find my way out because there was a street light. So all I would do is I had to walk towards the street light, and I was out of there quicker. But I like what they did now because it's kind of the same thing but guided with extra
Yeah.
houses and everything now.
Mhm.
And
Isn't that when you walk through the school bus? I like that.
yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Mhm.
yeah, the school bus is fun. All right, so we covered most of these here.
Oh, and I mentioned
go for
another
it.
new thing that I know about. I'm definitely looking forward to Field of Scream's Tree of Death instead of the Tree of Life in Nocturnal Wasteland.
Ooh.
It's going to be a decked out pumpkin tree that they're custom making.
All right,
Oh,
so I know
wow.
John's the guy I need to ask about this. I know there was a cemetery scene at the Field of Screams
Yes.
hayride.
Yes.
Okay. They moved that to Nocturnal Wasteland, right?
Correct.
Did they have anything for that last year? Because I don't remember it at all. And I'm seeing posts about it on Instagram. I'm like, is this new? I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah, the Deadwood Cemetery was in Nocturnal last
Okay.
year.
All right. So
Yeah,
we're just
definitely.
losing our shit.
No, they're changing it up, putting the tree of death in there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, that's pretty
Changing the
cool.
layout too. It's not going to be the same. So
And,
because it's going to be centralized around the tree.
and in case they're watching, Jim, can we have the Tesla coil on for the 10th,
Oh,
please?
Oh no.
I love that thing. That thing blew
Oh, yeah,
my
it's really cool.
mind the first
It is
time I
cool.
saw it. But I've missed it the last like 2.5 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Make that a Frankenstein scene.
Yes.
I said that.
But I don't think they will, because I don't think they would ever go license.
Yeah,
Do
right.
you need licensing though? I mean, come on. Like, look at all these haunts doing, you know.
Yeah, but
Make it-
they have nothing licensed. There's all original.
Just
Yeah.
call
one
it
of the-
something else.
Yeah.
Well, you can
Well,
just you don't even have to be like a Frankenstein. It can be kind of, you know how like the brander, you can like set it up
Yeah.
for the brander where he's like taken someone and made them into somebody, or he cut up people that he didn't like and he like mishmashes them together.
Mhm.
Man, I'm getting so excited. So, Glenn, you said you're not coming the field for the opener?
I'm not, no.
John, you'll be there,
I
right?
think Tim's is going to be my first one.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm going to skip field this year.
I got you. And John, you're coming out the 10th, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
I'll be
very
there.
Cool. Very cool. I'll have to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, yeah, I'll be there to remind you to take a break after every haunt.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can count
Write
like
it down.
12 categories you have now.
Go over there and smoke so you can put down. And I only got 10. I stopped
Just-
at 10.
Just slap them in the back of the head.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not going to hit anybody.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, she'll do it for you. Yeah, I'm only going with 10. But I wanted 10 haunter type categories.
Yeah.
Because we'll see
got
a
you.
lot of people talk about, like, I'm doing 5 others for, like, food and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm there for the haunt.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to dock you if your haunt's awesome and you don't have a food truck. I don't care if you have a food truck, because I'm going to
Yes.
eat. So, like, I've always said that we're more haunter-oriented than the public-oriented.
All right.
So, those 10 are going to be, lighting, sound effects, music, stuff like that. Stuff people don't normally notice that we do.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see more music in haunts, because I don't know if you guys made it to St. Patty's at Field in the last 2 years, but they had, the Dropkick Murphys playing in the first 2 rooms. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I love it when haunts use music really well.
Yep.
Like it doesn't feel random. I know Glenn said they did the music really well, that little haunt he went to called The Haunt PA.
Okay.
They were playing a lot of like Rob Zombie and Typo Negative inside the haunt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The one haunt I've seen where they used music well at the beginning was Terra Farm in Newport. That's a hidden gem in the haunt history. I was really impressed by there. It's actually an R-rated haunt, so the actors can swear at you if they want to. And there was a clown actor outside, and somebody was like, "Are you a clown?" He's like, "Stop treating me like a clown. What do you think? I'm an effing clown?" It's like, that was hilarious to me. So, and he had like a little like cart that he could drive around in. So
Ah, that's awesome.
that was funny. In the very beginning, they were playing like first album Slipknot, and they were
Oh.
playing the explicit versions, and they were playing the Down with the Sickness, like in my dreams part, like
Oh, wow.
like right off the bat. You're like, whoa. So that was awesome.
Yeah, we need to go to more R-rated haunts.
You went to the Vegas one.
Like
Oh,
everyone else-
Yeah.
dude, that shit was incredible. Like, I'm a large man. Like, I'm a pretty big dude, and that dude threw me through a bath stall like I weighed 40 pounds.
Wow.
Just boom, right through the door. I'm like, oh shit, I just got thrown. I'm not used to that. But I just couldn't imagine working there and doing that, because you're throwing probably 2,000 people a night through a bathroom stall. That's crazy.
That's like years ago I heard about Mongo. I never experienced it, but Mongo at Reaper's Revenge, where he'd put you in occasion, like shake it violently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that happened one year, and then COVID happened. That went away. and
Yeah,
then-
I got put in a cage. The first
Oh,
Yeah,
you
you
year.
did. Yeah, Reapers, you did.
Yeah, I got put in a cage the first year.
Yep. Yeah, the first time we went to
Something-
Reapers, they put her in a cage in Sector 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember last year in Glenn's review, he's like, "There's no way that's a real person they're putting on a morgue slab." Yep.
Yeah.
It was.
And Glenn's like, "Wait, what?"
Oh man, the Sector 13's a gem for a
Oh, yeah.
junkyard type.
It's excellent.
Oh my god,
I love it.
so do I.
And
Oh.
I loved it. At one point last year, we went through and there was a door, and I went to the door to open the latch to get through, and this character all of a sudden appears out, and she's like, "Did I say you can open that door?" And she started berating me. I was like, "Whoa, calm down."
That's awesome.
That was funny.
Oh man, yeah, I'm getting too excited though.
I
Shit.
can't wait.
Only got a couple weeks, man. Pamphlets are going to start appearing.
27 days. I have a countdown on my phone.
He does on his phone.
Oh yeah, I've had that running for 2 months now. All right, so what are some of your goals for 2022 for the website? Or I mean, for the YouTube channels, for you? What do you want 2022 to bring?
No rain.
Well, we can't control that, so it can't be a goal here.
I'm stealing this line from Gene from Phil Screens, but he said whenever he's interviewed, people are like, "What scares you?" And he said, "A rainy night and Saturday in October." That's what scares him.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna try to put out more content this year. I'm gonna try to push to have a lot every week, so it's like action packed every week. So it's not like one discussion. I don't want to be like that. I want to have a whole bunch of stuff that get people hyped, and I want to talk about haunted houses that aren't anywhere near me, just to get people hyped about
Yeah.
that and know about them, because I want to inform people. So try to do more live streams too.
Yeah, I gotta remember to try and click
Yeah.
on
I'm terrible at
Instagram.
that.
I still have to try and remember.
Even if we go live just when we get there and
Yes.
Yeah,
just
I know.
for a couple
I
minutes.
know. I'm excited to see like Gene and Jim and Electric Q and Monjo. Like it's like home. I want to go home.
I want to go home.
You don't get your Doritos and go out there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I was looking at.
We'll go live in the car while we're driving up.
What I want to get is I saw in shout out to Tim and Katie, their YouTube channel, and they go to Field Screams every year, and there were waffles that were filled with food in it, and they called them wockets, like a waffle pocket,
Oh wow.
and that sounded really good, and
Yeah.
the video looked really awesome. So I hope that comes back this year.
I hear that I talked to Tim from the HRC,
Oh,
and
okay,
he
okay.
said, "Listen, the one thing you need to eat this year are the French fries from Lehigh
Lehigh
Valley."
Lehigh
Yeah,
Valley.
Park.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
heard
all.
they're great because they actually grow them on the farm.
I know, that's what he was telling me. So I'm like, I'm a big French fry guy. I love them, so I can't wait to munch down on them.
Definitely.
And apparently, I haven't had them, but apparently, their pierogies are like homemade pierogies at Lehigh Valley.
Oh,
I could eat some
love
pierogies.
pierogies.
Some pierogies. Very cool. So John wants more content out. I like that idea. What about you, Glenn? What are you going for in 2022? Like a New Year's resolution.
I would like to do hopefully get more content. Like I said, John, like get more. There's so many haunts out of state I would love to see. So
Yes.
try and like push that. Be like, check out these haunts out in Ohio or Virginia, stuff like that.
Maryland.
Other than that, do more live stuff. Like I said, either like in the car on the ride. Although it's like tough because you're looking at directions, trying to do like a live stream. Or we're just getting there, seeing like what the vibe is like.
Yeah, like you could go live in the midway at like Field.
Yeah,
like,
that's
hey,
cool.
We're here.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Yep.
That's the perfect scenario. Like
That
other
is.
places, it's like dark.
Yeah.
Like Reapers, you walk up and it's all dark, and the plane Don't Fear the Reaper. So.
Yeah, that's a long walk up that Reaper's Hill. Not as bad as the walk up the Valley of Fear Hayride Hill.
Oh,
my
really? I've never been there. So I
God.
don't know.
Oh, yeah. But it's worth it.
It is worth it.
My timing for that was perfect the first time I went to Reapers. Like I walked under the gates and immediately started, and I was like, "Yes!"
That's awesome. So, what are your goals for 2022?
I think we should go more live.
Okay, you want to go
I'm
more
going
live?
to remind you.
Okay, you can remind me.
What
For
do you
me,
want?
what do I want? I want to move into Ohio, like you guys were talking about.
We'll have to
Um,
do that next year.
find another. We have a teammate help us here and there. I mean, he's adding 5 new ones to us that we couldn't do. I'd like to
Nice.
find that in Ohio because for some reason Ohio is the most populated state with haunts, and there's some outstanding ones there.
Den Schoolhouse. I'd love to go there.
Yeah, I'm dying to go there. And I talked to a guy on Instagram who's out of Ohio, but he works at a haunt, so I can't really use him.
Okay.
But I asked him, I'm like, is the Dent Schoolhouse cool or is it all media driven? Because we've all been to those where it was a little hyped up too much.
Um,
It's not. He said it's fantastic. It's worth any wait you have. It's worth you driving from Jersey to there. I'm like, all right.
oh yeah, I hear it's excellent. It's really well done.
So yeah,
And
that's
there's 2 haunts too. It's not just the schoolhouse. There's the Queen Mary's slaughter yard behind it.
yep.
Lots of chainsaws.
Yeah.
Scared chainsaws. That's not a good one for you.
She still takes off.
Really?
She still
I
I
gotta
know.
watch you guys. I gotta watch. You guys have to be in front of me,
dude,
and then because I'm not scared of them.
we'll go
and then-
through we'll go through Frightmare together, all right?
Yeah.
And then you can watch her take the hell off down the midway. Still 7 times through. Brrr.
Sometimes I act like it's not bothering me,
Oh, you
but
still
then
run.
I do.
I'm
walk
shocked you
very
haven't
fast.
fell down that hill.
The one time he chased me out there.
I know he did. Oh, but dude,
I've seen them chase people out to the parking lot. That always makes me laugh.
she'll stop about at the photo booth.
Yeah, that's usually where he'll chase me to.
Okay. Because sometimes people are just in the midway, like literally just got there, and chainsaw guys chase people out from Frightmare. Like, let's just chase them. And they chase them in circles, and it's
Uh-huh.
like, they literally just walked in the archway. It's like that's excellent.
But yeah, her and chainsaws, it's funny. And she still hasn't recognized drop panels yet.
Oh no.
Reapers will do that to you.
Oh yeah, Reapers is excellent with that.
And the poof of bear
She's
Yeah.
still, the poof of air gets her.
and Jason.
And Jason Voorhees.
Have you heard that story?
What's that?
Glenn, have you heard her story about saying how she was petrified by Jason at Brighton Asylum?
Oh,
Oh, you gotta tell him if he's never heard it.
Oh.
oh
Well,
my
Glenn,
god!
have you heard
I
this or
still
no?
think he's deaf.
Did we lose Glenn?
No, Glenn's right here.
No, I'm right here.
Okay,
Oh,
there we
okay.
go. We got him. All right, dear. Tell your story about Brighton Asylum.
This ass. We walked in. I didn't even notice the mom was standing there on the corner. She was standing there in the corner.
Old lady, well, dressed as an old lady, saying, they should have been watching him. They killed my son. I'm like, oh, I know what's coming.
Never saw her. I just went into tunnel vision when I saw him and the bridge. He said there was a cabin and a boat.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing any of that. He blocked me
I had her locked in towards him on the
holding
bridge.
onto the rails, and Jason happened to grab me like this and lift me up like he was lifting me over the bridge. My feet were hanging in the air and I was screaming louder and louder and louder. The man still can't hear, I guarantee it. He finally dropped me and I took off because he was laughing so hard. He let me go. I walked into the other room, collapsed to the ground, and was crying my eyes out.
She's
Jeez.
crying her eyes out. I'm on my knees dying because I can't breathe.
He's yelling, I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. But yeah, Brighton Asylum will, during the year, do Night of the Creeps, but they'll do it in season. I think they do it on Thursdays, like
Thursdays.
Slasher
Yeah, it's
Thursdays.
Slasher Thursdays now.
But they'll dress up certain rooms as certain horror movies. They do a great job with it.
They do.
And yeah, so we got her with her Jason Voorhees fear.
It was like he had planned it with Jason.
I know. It worked out
It was
perfectly.
so perfect, and I never thought he would grab me. I'm like, of all people, there was people in front of us, there was people behind us. No, he grabbed me.
It was it was a slow night. I think it was Night of the Creeps. So,
Yeah.
there's not a huge crowd on the off-season events. So we were pretty much alone in the entire haunt. And I saw the mom, and I snuck around Terry because I knew what was coming.
I
So
never even saw her.
I didn't know we would end up on a bridge. So when we went up the bridge, I stopped. So she couldn't get past me. So there was no
Okay.
running from Jason.
I never even saw
Yeah.
the mom or the boat or the cabin.
Oh man, that was funny.
I went to like a tunnel vision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was Mr. Spaulding in there? Captain Spaulding?
Oh,
taking back the chicken?
Him and Baby. Baby was in there
Baby
too.
Baby,
was in
nice.
there.
Yeah, I love their night. I think that's awesome. Pure Terror Scream Park has like a Freddy and a Jason attraction, and then like
Yeah, it's
a
like
whole
Camp
horror
Bug
one.
thing kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending my guy that helps us out this year, but I kind of want to go to that next year now. And
Yeah, they're one of the longest haunts now, I think.
yeah, because they're 9 attractions deep. Actually, I think they hit 10.
Really? I know they have a lot. They have tons of them.
Let
It
me
is a lot.
see. The hell were we talking about?
It's like horror nights where there's so many haunts and so much to do. You can't do it all in one night, even with Express.
Right.
Like, even if you do, you have to do more. Like you can't. I went through all 10 houses with Express, but I didn't get to see the shows. So I saw the shows the next day.
I got you. Yeah, there's 10 attractions now at Pure Terror.
That's a
Wow.
lot.
Yeah. Are you going to HHN this year?
No, I don't think I am. No. But
Honestly, I don't think you're missing much.
it looks awesome though. Have you seen the whole scare zone that's called like Candy Mutants? They've got like a themed tractor that looks like it plowed into somebody. They have it covered now with a tarp, but it looks like somebody died on the tractor. And they have like bamboo now because
Huh.
they have a curse where every time they plant corn, there's a horrible hurricane and it hits the corn down.
Ah,
So I think they planted bamboo this year instead.
I gotcha.
So
Yeah, the license just doesn't. They're not really hitting. I think that's the only licenses they're doing is the ones they've
well,
announced.
they got Universal Monsters
Which
with the
should be
Mummy
cool.
versus the Werewolf versus Wolfman.
Yeah,
So that should be cool. The Mummy and
and then Halloween, of course, would be good.
yes,
And
and
then
it's gonna be different than the one they did in 2014 too. They're
yeah,
gonna try to make it different.
yeah. I mean, we've thought about it because they do open the second, but I
The
wouldn't get to
Weeknd
ours.
sounds interesting to me. The Weeknd's music videos are really
Oh, are they?
horrific
I've never
sometimes.
heard of them until they announced
Oh,
this, and I'm like,
you
what is
have to
this?
watch the Weeknd's music videos. They're pretty horrific. And one of them, he flat out kills a guy in an elevator
Oh,
and then goes after this girl. I'm not going to ruin the end for you, but
okay. I'll
it's
have to
fun.
check those out.
It's like his own storyline with the After Hours music videos.
I gotcha.
So- and what's funny, in one of them, he plays during like a Tonight Show and then gets off the stage and he immediately is like going into like the killer mind. Like that wasn't enough for him. He has to go kill somebody. It was interesting, an interesting concept.
I
So I'm
gotcha.
very interested to see how that turns out with the haunted house because I know from reading articles about it, the first room it's going to be Clockwork Orange like, where his eyes are like this open, and he's going to be looking, and they're going to have screens playing his different music videos, and
Oh,
then that actor's going to come alive and act like crazy, and then that will be you being transported into his music videos.
that's pretty cool.
It's
So-
cool.
Making more sense now. Yeah. Very cool.
And there's a part during his Heartless music video where he licks a frog and goes on an acid trip, like a drug trip, and they're going to take advantage of that in the haunted house and have like frog monsters and like lizards, and it's going to be crazy trippy.
Very cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not making it down this year.
Yeah, watch it for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's true.
probably what I'll do.
That's what I did my whole life until last year.
Yeah.
It's not the same. You can don't get the one
No,
with
it's
the
not.
television, but
Yeah. I gotcha.
Icons was excellent last year. Like every house was good, but Icons, oh my gosh.
That's what I heard.
Fear at the very beginning. Do you know the character Fear that's on stilts?
Yeah.
He was in the very beginning of the house. Flat out came at you.
Wow.
They had a giant room and he could walk at you.
Yeah, the year we went, they had The Shining, which was a really cool
Mhm.
maze.
Did they do I think they did the blood elevator justice.
Yeah, they did.
Mhm.
It was pretty cool. It's just, you know how they run. You got to get everyone through, so you get
Yeah.
like a few seconds to glance.
Yeah.
Like I would have liked to sit there and watch the whole thing, but what are you gonna do?
That's why doing the behind the scenes tours are excellent. I did that last year. You got to take your time. I got to go through the Hill House haunted house, and I took
Okay.
my time through it. But they don't let you take almost any pictures in the
Yeah.
licensed ones. Originals, a lot more.
I
Like I
got you.
got to take a picture of the red door you go in, but pretty much that's it.
I got you.
Hmm.
All right, Glenn. I know you haven't been to Horror Nights.
Yeah. I haven't been. I would love to check it out one year, but that would be like my whole year. I think
Yeah, they're long nights too.
Oh yeah, long nights. And you have to make a whole game plan too. You can't just go in and say it's not like Field where you can be like, oh, I'll do Frightmare, maybe I'll do Dan. No, you have to have a plan.
Yep.
Because if you don't have a plan, then everyone else has a plan. You're just like, huh?
Yeah. We went, I don't know, 5 years ago, 6,
Yeah,
something like
something
that.
like
I don't
that.
remember the number, but we landed, we checked
Mhm.
in, we got to the park an hour before it started, and then we went until we couldn't go to because we were exhausted by like the time we were done 5, and I'm like, well, we could go to another one, or we could just go back to the room because we were coming back the next day, but we were
Yeah.
actually doing the park during the day and then horror nights. We were
Yeah.
in that fucking thing from 9 a.m. to like 3 a.m. It was insane, dude. It was crazy. Or was it
Yeah,
10 to 3? Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Both nights I went to Horror Nights, I stayed from the Scream early, which is before it technically opens. You get to go to houses before everybody else. And I went until the end of the night. I was exhausted.
Damn.
I just went to my hotel room and I was like,
Yeah. I don't even remember the ride back on that day we did, because we only did one of the Universal park, because I've never been.
Oh,
So
okay.
I wanted to go through the park too. So we only
Yes.
did one day on the park, and
Mhm.
we did. It wasn't that busy, so we did a shit ton of rides.
It really wasn't.
I think the longest we waited was 20 minutes for the Harry Potter ride.
Oh, okay.
So it was a great time. But then it started getting dark. I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. Damn, I'm tired. When's this shit start? And then we still had 5 houses to get to. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But we did it.
We did do it.
I don't know how, but we did it. Shit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like Grin said when I went through with Kristen and Dan, and I'm so happy I did. They were so much fun to go through everything. Dan got scared multiple times. He got scared bad. Like at the Hill House, it's not going to come back. So I can tell you, at the very end, they had the tall man. He was legit tall, like really tall on stilts. He came out of nowhere, put his hand right in Grin's face. Oh my god, that got him so bad. I didn't know it was going to happen either, but his Kristen did. She let us. She was like, "Oh, well, there he is," and then we didn't know. Oh, that got us so good.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I went through Field last year with Grin and
Oh,
his
nice,
wife. Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I bother him all the time.
They're good people.
Yeah, they
Yes, they
are.
are.
All right, well, I'm out of questions. You guys got anything else you want to say about 2022? You want to wrap this up for our little preview show?
Hey, everybody! If you see us, say hi. I promise you, I won't hurt you. I'm
Yeah.
a nice person.
I'll look just as
I'll be
like I
wearing-
look now.
I'll be wearing this, my haunted form shirt.
Yep. Yeah, so come say hi. We're all approachable. We like having
Yes.
fun.
I'm not tall in real life. I'm not
You be on
intimidating.
the Instagram Live.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on. This has been a lot of
Yes.
fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad we were able to set it up.
Yes.
I'm actually lucky enough to be done all my other shows, so I don't have to record
nice.
until haunt season.
Oh wow.
Dude, I've been,
Yeah.
because I travel, so I can only do this when I'm home. So
Yeah.
when I saw this, and I'm like, all right, shit, we got 5 weeks until I don't, because haunts. I'm not worried about interviews or I'm gonna be putting out 3 damn videos a week. It's gonna be boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I want to do it with these guys. We wanted to have our own preview show,
Okay.
and I might have another bonus one coming out. But yeah, we're caught up now.
Yeah, we're all caught up.
We did our opening day video
Oh yeah.
already. It's going to be a fun video. That's going to come out September 9th, and it's all their trailers. So
Okay.
I got like
Makes sense.
22 trailers to get people amped up about it. Yeah, YouTube wasn't happy about the copyright, but I don't care.
Yeah, just don't monetize it, and there's no
Oh
problem.
yeah, it's fine. Not all of us have 1,000 subscribers.
Hey, I ain't monetized, man.
Nah. But yeah, I'm coming after the Haunted Farmer. That's my goal. My buddy of mine runs Horror 365, a podcast.
Yeah.
And I told him I was going to beat him to 250, and it looks like I'm going to.
Oh, really?
So now you're going to be my next challenge, is I got to catch you. Be a fun
all fun.
competition. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the Lincoln Mill guys, I bet them
Yeah.
$10 each that they're not going to get me.
Oh, really?
They're
Not scared?
Yeah, they're not going to scare me.
Hmm.
I think that's cash in a bag.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey,
Never been there.
new minds can create new scares, so we'll see. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks so much for coming.
Yes.
And I'll talk to both of you in the coming days.
Yes, and if you see me, I'll give you a business card. These are my new business cards I just got.
Ooh.
Those are nice.
To make it better, I put the crow on the back.
Oh, that means
instead of just white.
that's
So.
cooler than mine. Hold on.
Oh
Like
my
man.
American Psycho. Where's I need to get my business card.
Oh.
God.
I'll do it for the YouTube first, and then I'll show you guys. So there's
There
that.
There you
What
go.
the hell? My wallet on me.
It is exactly like American Psycho, where they're like, "This is Blanche,"
Is that eggshell? What
Is
the
that
fuck? Does
and then that's literally making him angry, makes him want to kill people.
does Glenn like his business card more than mine?
Yeah.
I might. Oh man, I should have been more prepared. I would have. Mine's all black.
Dude, I just
Sorry,
have him right
Glenn.
here. That's all. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's funny.
And one night, this is in the works. Glenn and I are gonna purposely one night wear the opposite shirts.
That'd be hilarious.
That would
So
be.
one night I'm gonna be full ritual and he's gonna be haunted for me. That's in the works now.
I like it. That's awesome.
Mhm.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
I gotta take this woman out to dinner because my kids are away. So they're camping in Virginia with my ex, so they're having fun.
Okay.
But guys, I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
John, am I seeing you next week? Saturday?
Next week?
Yeah. The 20th?
Oh, the 20th.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. I'm sure we'll talk more then.
Oh yeah. Get hyped more.
I can't. I'm already having enough time. I'm pissing her off, guys. Like I keep just playing with like phone shit so I like find something I like.
Yeah.
I think I finally like this one. But I've been to the UPS store like 4 times this week returning
Oh,
shit from
geez.
Amazon. Like I don't like it.
Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah. Alright guys. This has been Halloween Haunts, 365.com, the podcast, where every day is haunt season. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.